ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Good morning to all. Today I will give the information that related to the remaining part of molecular orbital theory. In the previous class, already I have given some information. The two important postulates, overlappings and interferences, etc. Briefly, I will give the details of previous class once again, because here in this particular topic, continuity is very important. You should not forget the information that related to the previous class. If you forget the previous information, it is very difficult to understand the concept given in this class. So, I will give the brief outlook related to the important postulates or important points. Molecular orbital theory was first introduced by Hunds and Mullikan. Molecular orbital theory was introduced to explain the paramagnetic nature of oxygen molecule. In an atom, the electrons are distributed in the atomic orbitals. Atomic orbitals are represented by the letters S, P, D and F. But in case of molecules, the electrons are distributed in the molecular orbitals, which are represented by the symbols sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star, delta, delta star. And here, in a molecule, the atomic orbitals of each and every atom take part in the bond formation or formation of the molecular orbitals. These atomic orbitals are combined with each other, resulting in the formation of molecular orbitals. The number of molecular orbitals obtained or formed is equal to the number of atomic orbitals combined. And here, in the bonded atoms, the atomic orbitals of nearly same energy or having same energy can combine with each other. Atomic orbitals with different energies do not combine with each other. Means what? 1s orbital combined with 1s orbital of another atom. 2s orbital combined with 2s orbital of another atom. And same time the molecular axis is nothing but z axis as a convention. So, a pz orbital can overlap with another pz orbital along with internuclear axis. And a px orbital overlap with another px orbital. A py orbital can overlap with another py orbital. And once again, the combination of atomic orbitals in the bonded atoms is take place through linear combination of atomic orbitals. Means what? During the combination of atomic orbitals, due to the interaction of the electronic clouds in the orbitals, some energy changes are take place. Some energy changes are take place. As a result of that, there are some differences in the energies of different molecular orbitals. And due to the interaction of the electron clouds, here different types of interferences are take place. What are they? One is constructive interference, another one is destructive interference. According to de Broglie, if the two ends of electron wave are meet with each other, then the electron wave is said to be in phase. Then N lambda is equal to 2 pi r, and that is known as constructive interference. In the same way, within the orbital, just like within the orbitals, during the combination of atomic orbitals also, if one electron wave is undergo construct interference with another one, then the amplitude of the electron wave will be doubled. If the electron wave, or if one electron wave cancels the amplitude of the another electron wave, means if the two ends of electron wave are not meet with each other, then n lambda is not equal to 2 pi r, then the electron wave is said to be out of phase. Then the overlapping or combination of electron cloud is not take place effectively. That is known as destructive interference. During the destructive interference, the psi value of, that means the amplitude of the electron wave is cancels the amplitude of another electron wave. Then the probability of finding an electron in the molecular orbital will become 0. Amplitude will be 0. In case of constructive interference, the amplitude will be doubled. And as a result of this, in case of molecular orbitals, the energy decreases. Same amount of energy increases in case of antibonding molecular orbitals. Take for example, suppose two atomic orbitals are combined with each other, resulting the formation of two molecular orbitals. But in these two molecular orbitals, for one molecular orbital, the energy increases, that is known as antibonding molecular orbital. For another molecular orbital, the energy decreases, that is known as bonding molecular orbital. The molecular orbital which possesses low energy is stable. The molecular orbital which possesses high energy is unstable. The order of energies of molecular orbitals is in the order ABMO, anti-bonding molecular orbital is greater than atomic orbital is greater than bonding molecular orbitals. Here, bonding molecular orbitals are represented by the symbols sigma, pi and delta. But the anti-bonding molecular orbitals are represented by the symbols sigma star, pi star and delta star. Molecular orbitals obeys Hund's rule, Pauli's principle and Above principle. Okay. And this is the information that related to the molecular orbital theory, means important points. And same time, the increasing order of the energies of the molecular orbitals or mode of filling up of the molecular orbitals is given by a configuration that is known as molecular orbital configuration, and that is given for less than or equal to 14 electron system, greater than or equal to 14 electron system. And same time I have given two energy profile diagrams also. Two energy profile diagrams also. And same time in the last class I have given the type of overlappings, axial overlapping and also lateral overlapping. Axial overlapping of s orbital, axial overlapping of pz orbital and lateral overlapping of either px or py orbitals is also shown by the diagrams. Constructive interference and destructive interferences are also explained by using the psi notations, nothing but electron waves. Electron waves. And here this is the information related to in the last class. But here in this class, we have to discuss about the bond order and other details. Okay. What is bond order? What is bond order? What is bond order? How can you define or how can you understand the word bond order? The number of bonds present between the two bonded atoms is known as bond order. The number of bonds present between the two bonded atoms is known as bond order. Okay. And here bond order is equal to Nb minus Na by 2. Here Nb is equal to number of electrons in bonding molecular orbitals, means sigma and pi. Na is equal to number of electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbitals, means sigma star and pi star. Okay. Next one. If bond order is equal to 1, that represents single bond. Bond order is equal to 2, that represents double bond. Bond order is equal to 3, that represents triple bond. In all these cases, here number of bonding electrons is greater than the number of anti-bonding electrons, and number of bonding electrons is equal to number of anti-bonding electrons, then automatically bond order is equal to 0. Then the molecule does not exist. If the number of bonding electrons is greater than number of anti-bonding electrons, here the bond order is greater than 0, means that may be 1, 2 and 3 are in the fraction values. Here the species with bond order in fractional values. Example 0.5, 1.5 and 2.5, etc. The species with bond order fractional values are unstable. Okay. And the species with Nb less than Na does not exist. And what about the other relations? Bond order proportional to bond energy and inversely proportional to bond length. Okay. And next one, look at the statements. Number of nodal planes for sigma bonding molecular orbitals is equal to 1. Number of nodal planes for sigma star anti-bonding molecular orbitals, this is 0, is equal to 1. Number of nodal planes for pi bonding molecular orbital is equal to 1. Number of nodal planes for pi star anti-bonding molecular orbital is equal to 2. These are all important points, nothing but important statements that are related to the objective questions. And next one, what about some other important details that are related to magnetic nature as well as stability. What about the statements related to stability? We have already familiar that bond order proportional to bond energy proportional to stability. Means what? Here adding of electron to bonding molecular orbital gives stability. Then bond order increases. Next, adding of electron to anti-bonding molecular orbital gives instability to the molecule and the bond order decreases. Next, removal of electron to bonding molecular orbital gives instability and the bond order decreases. Removal of electron from anti-bonding molecular orbital gives stability to the species and bond order increases. Bond order increases. And then, if is there any unpaired electrons, that may be in BMO or ABMO, antibonding molecular orbital, then the species is paramagnetic. Whatever it may be the type of molecular orbital, that may be bonding molecular orbital or anti-bonding molecular orbital, whatever it may be the type of molecular orbital, if is there any unpaired electron is available either in bonding or anti-bonding molecular orbital, then the species is paramagnetic in nature. Next, if there is no unpaired electrons in either BMO or ABMO, then the species is diamagnetic. Species is diamagnetic. This is about the important statement that are related to molecular orbital theory. And here, whatever the information given in the previous class or yesterday's class is convenient or useful to understand the concept of molecular orbital theory, and same time that is very useful for the attempting of the essay questions or long answer questions in IPE. Why? You can draw the energy profile diagrams for nitrogen and oxygen. You can write the important features point wise. That is meant for one long answer question, 8 marks question. But here, from that information of the previous class, you have to make up or you have to prepare the important statements which are given in the objective questions. And here such statements you have to make them as the bits, answers. And here, but today's class, in this today's class, completely I will give the statements, I will give the information that related to the objective exams or objective questions only. Application, 200% application oriented information. Adding of electron to bonding molecular orbital gives stability. Then what happened to the bond order? Increases. Bond order increases, bond energy increases. Bond energy increases, stability increases. Adding of electron to anti-bonding molecular orbital gives instability, then bond order decreases. Automatically these two are affected. And in the same way, if is there any unpaired electrons present in either BMO or ABMO, then the species is paramagnetic. If there is no unpaired electrons in ABMO or BMO, then the species is diamagnetic. Number of nodal planes Number of nodal planes in case of sigma bonding molecular orbital is equal to 0. You have to think about the constructive overlapping of 1s orbital, 1s orbital. Nodal plane 0. Destructive interference of 1s orbital, 1s orbital, 1 nodal plane. Number of nodal planes for sigma antibonding molecular orbital is equal to 1. Number of nodal planes for the pi bonding molecular orbital is equal to 1. You have to think about the overlapping of pz orbital by the constructive interference, destructive interference. Cylindrically symmetric along with internuclear axis in case of constructive interference. Destructive interference, here the electron cloud is distributed into two parts and nodal plane is appear like this. You have to recall this is the sigma star to pz. By the lateral overlapping, by the constructive interference, pi bonding molecular orbital is obtained. For that, number of nodal planes 1. For the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, pi star anti-bonding molecular orbitals, the number of nodal planes equal to 2. Now you can observe the diagrams like this in the previous class. This is one nodal plane, this is another nodal plane. This is plus, minus, plus, minus. That is destructive interference. Number of nodal planes 2. These are all the objective questions. Directly you have to keep in mind. And directly you can apply whatever the concept or whatever the question given. Okay. Now, here the second part or second phase of molecular orbital theory means how can you apply all these concepts? How can you apply all these concepts in the given examples? That is important. For solving of these important objective questions, you have to remember that molecular orbital configuration means mode of filling up of molecular orbitals means the increasing order of the energies of the molecular orbitals. What are they? What are they? Did you remember? What are they? K star, L star, pi 2px equal to pi 2py, and then pi star 2px, sigma 2pz, and then pi star 2px equal to pi star 2py. Finally, sigma star 2pz. That is for the system with 14 or less than 14 electron system. For greater than 14 electron system, K star, L star, and then sigma 2pz, pi 2px equal to pi 2py, pi star 2px is equal to pi star 2py, and finally sigma star 2pz. That you have to mind or you have to remember. Okay. Now let us go through examples. First one, hydrogen H2 minus, H2 plus. 3 examples, same species of the same element. Hydrogen, what is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. Each hydrogen contains 1 electron. Here how many hydrogen atoms are there? 2. Totally how many electrons are present in hydrogen? 2 electrons. Look at here. Hydrogen atomic number 1, 1s1. And here how many such atoms are there? 2. So 1. You have to think like this. On S1, hydrogen A, hydrogen B. One electron, two electrons are paired here, 1s2. But here it is very difficult to draw this energy profile diagram for each and every one. So, here there are two hydrogen atoms. Each hydrogen atom contains one electron. Total number of electrons, 2. This is known as 2 electron system. How can you accommodate the 2 electrons? Energy profile diagram, sigma 1s2, this one. The remaining all are with zeros. Then bond order is equal to number of bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons by 2. Number of bonding electrons is equal to 2 minus number of antibonding electrons 0 by 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Here bond order is equal to 1 means single bond present between the two hydrogen atoms. H dash H. Is there any unpaired electron in either antibonding or bonding? No. So, what is the nature? Diamagnetic. But here for the second one you have to write the total information in a brief manner. Look at here. Two hydrogen atoms. Each hydrogen atom contains one electron. Therefore, two hydrogen atoms contain two electrons. And one extra electron is there. 2 plus 1, 3. So, this is an example of 3 electron system. Now, molecular orbital configuration 1s2 means like this. And still there is another electron means sigma star 1s1. This is bonding molecular orbital, this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bond order is equal to 2 minus 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. And here the species is unstable. The species is unstable. And same time there is an unpaired electron present in the pi star anti-bonding molecular orbital. Unpaired electron is there. So, this is paramagnetic in nature. Here the bond order 1, here the bond order 0.5. Okay. Here the species with fractional bond order is unstable. The species with zero bond order does not exist. Okay. Here H2 plus, 2 hydrogen atoms are there, 2 into 1, 2 electrons, and 1 electron is lost. 2 minus 1 is equal to, here this is 1 electron system. How can you write the only 1 electron according to bonding molecular orbital or according to molecular orbital configuration sigma 1s1? Only 1 electron is there, that 1 electron is accommodated in this. So, 1s1. From this, bond order is equal to, this is bonding molecular orbital and there is no antibonding electrons, 1 minus 0 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. Then what about the species? Unstable. The species is unstable. Okay. Here there is only 1 electron that is present in the bonding molecular orbital of H2 plus ion. Then what about the condition? Paramagnetic. Paramagnetic. What is the bond order of H2 2 plus? H2 2 plus. Bond order. 2 hydrogen atoms. Each one contains 2 electrons. Totally 2 electrons are there. But here what is the sign there? 2 plus. The 2 electrons are lost. 2 electrons are there in the hydrogen molecule. The 2 electrons are lost. Number of electrons present in H2 2 plus? 0. Here bond order is equal to number of bonding electrons 0, anti-bonding 0, 0 by 2 is equal to, does not exist, 0. Either that is paramagnetic or diamagnetic, no chance to give the information. Okay. This is about the spaces. Okay, right. After applying the MOT to all the spaces, first you have to write bond energy and finally bond length. Here what is the bond order of H2? H2 and next one H2 is equal to 1, H2 minus 0.5, H2 plus 0.5. Okay, here bond order H2 1, H2 plus is equal to H2 minus. Bond energy H2 greater than. Now H2 plus and H2 minus is there. Bond order okay, 0.5, 0.5 same. But what about the bond energy? Then you have to go through the details. In H2 minus, number of electrons in bonding molecular orbital is equal to 2. But here 1. Here 1. Greater the number of bonding electrons, greater will be the stability. And here H2 and H2 minus and then H2 plus. Bond length. Bond length is inversely related to bond length is inversely related to bond order. You have to remember the relations. Bond order proportional to bond energy, proportional to stability, inversely proportional to bond length. Here the bond order is quite opposite to bond length, reverse. That you have to make it practice. Okay, this is hydrogen, first element, hydrogen molecule and hydrogen ions. Hydrogen ions. Next, another important and interesting one. These orders are, examination point of view, these orders are very, very important. For the second one, helium, He2, He2 plus, He2 minus, He2 plus, He2 minus. We can write some other species also, He2 plus, He2 2 plus, okay, He2 2 minus, like that also. And here He2, helium atomic number is equal to 2. 2 helium atoms are there. Then for 2 helium atoms, the number of electrons is equal to 4. This is 4 electron system. Now arrange the 4 electrons in molecular orbitals. Sigma 1s square, sigma star 1s square. 2 plus 2, 4. Bond order 2 minus 2 by 2. 0 by 2 is equal to 0. Does not exist. Next, He2 plus, 2 helium atoms, each one contains 2 electrons, 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 1 electron is lost. So that is 3 electron system. 3 electron system means that is nothing but H2 minus. What is the bond order of H2 minus? In the previous example, you have to keep in mind, what is the bond order of He2 minus? 0.5. Look at here once again. Helium, 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. Sigma 1s square. Sigma star 1. Here bond order is equal to 2 minus 1 by 2, that is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. Here the space is unstable. What about the nature? There is an unpaired electron present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, so paramagnetic. Okay, this is 4 electron system and this is 3 electron system and this is the 2 helium atoms. 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5 electron system. Write the molecular orbital configuration for the 5 electrons. Sigma 1s square, sigma star 1s square, sigma 2s1, sigma 2s1, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Bond order is equal to bonding molecular orbitals 2 plus 1, 3, minus 2 by 2, 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5. Here the species is unstable and there is an unpaired electron present in the sigma 2s, so the species is paramagnetic in nature. What about the order of the bond length, bond order and bond energy? Here bond order 0.5, 0.5 and 0. Here the number of bonding electrons 2 here. So bond order He2 minus equal to He2 plus less than He2, less than He2. Bond energy He2 minus greater than He2 plus greater than He2. Bond length He2 minus He2 plus, and here no chance to give the He2 because there is no bond between the 2 helium atoms. This is about the order of helium species. At the same time, we can write some other species also. He2 2 plus means 2 into 2, that is equal to 4 for 2 helium atoms. 2 plus minus 2 electrons are lost. 2 electron system, that is equal to hydrogen molecule. What is the bond order of hydrogen? 1. What is the nature? Diamagnetic. You have to think like that. Based on the electron system, you have to think the previous examples also. Next, He2 2 minus 2 helium atoms, 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 electron system. Here sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Bond order is equal to 2 plus 2, 4, minus 2 by 2. 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Bond order is equal to 1. Here bond order 1 means single bond is present between the 2 helium atoms. And here there is no unpaired electrons, so this species is diamagnetic. The species is diamagnetic. Now you can compare these species with the remaining 3 also. Here He2 minus 1. Next He2 plus, bond order is equal to 1. These two are having same bond order, 1, 1. Automatically bond energy is also same. Bond length is also very closer. And here, by the way, we have a chance to analyze all the species. Next. Third example, lithium species. Lithium species. What are the lithium species? Li2. Li2 minus Li2 plus. 2 lithium atoms, each lithium atom atomic number or each lithium atom contain 3 electrons. Therefore, 2 lithium atoms, 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 3, 6. Here, 2 into 3, 6 means this is 6 electron system. Okay. What about the other example? He2, 4 electron system. He2 minus 5 electron system. He2 2 minus 6 electron system. What is the bond order? Already we have calculated. Here bond order is equal to 1. How can you say? By the remembrance. Here these 6 electrons can be accommodated in the molecular orbitals. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Okay. Bond order is equal to 2 plus 2, 4 minus 2 by 2. Number of bonding electrons minus antibonding electrons by 2 is equal to 1. Bond order is equal to 1 means single bond between the 2 lithium atoms, lithium and lithium. And is there any unpaired electron? No. So, the species is diamagnetic. The species is diamagnetic. Li2 minus. Li2 minus means 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 1, 7 electron system. There is no previous example with 7 electrons. So, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2 and sigma star 2s1. Number of bonding electrons 4. Number of bonding electrons 4 minus antibonding electrons 3. So, 1 by 2 that is equal to 0.5. Here the species is unstable. There is an unpaired electron present in the antibonding 2s or antibonding sigma star orbitals. So, the species is paramagnetic. Next one, Li2, 2 into 3, 6, 6 minus 1, 5 electron system. What is the species with 5 electrons? What is the species with 5 electrons? Here the species with 5 electrons, He2 minus. He2 minus. What about the bond order of He2 minus? 0.5. Here the bond order is equal to 0.5. Look at the molecular orbital configuration. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s1. Bond order is equal to 2 plus 1, 3 minus 2 by 2 that is equal to 0.5. Unstable. And there is an unpaired electron present in that. Paramagnetic. Okay. So, in each and every case, during the practice session, you have to keep in mind the type of electron system. Why? The species with the same number of electrons are having same bond order, same bond energy and closer bond lengths. I am repeating once again. The species with the same number of electrons, here Li2 plus 5 electrons, He2 minus 5 electrons. The species with the same number of electrons having same bond order and same bond energy and nearly same bond length. And here, what about the bond order of first one? 1. Second one, 0.5. Third one, 0.5. Now, what about the bond order? Here, bond order is equal to first Li2 greater than Li2 minus closer to Li2 plus. What about the bond energy? Same. What is that? Li2 minus and Li2 plus. What about the bond length? Reverse. Li2 minus and Li2 plus. This is about the different examples that are related to molecular orbital theory, and still we have to give so many examples for that. We came across up to lithium only, and then beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. Still there are near about 6 types of species are there, ions or elements, whatever it may be. This is about the second class related to molecular orbital theory.